Welcome to my 3D web game demonstration where I show off my game as well as highlight the key aspects in it. My name is Steve Yapoyan, student ID S19159521, and the task handed down to us is to create a 3D web game that utilizes a server-side data to store, retrieve, and amend user in-game data. Now then, introducing my game, Shaping Colors. The concept behind my game is reaction time based. Players need to shoot the correctly colored blocks according to what's presented on the border of the screen. Here we have the main menu screen. There are 4 buttons that can be interacted with, which are the user login and register, instructions, and error 404. Users will need to have registered and then login to be able to access the game. This has all been written in Node.js, which reads what the users have inputted into a secured JSON file. The JSON file basically stores information such as login details, including username and password, as well as their final scores after finishing the game. So let's go through a live game demo. So first we would register ourselves. For me, I would put in my random username called Stevenson. My password would be 123456. Wow! Let's log in. After that, let's just input the same details as we did before as our login, and we should be able to play. So this is the loading screen I have made, and here we are, presented with the game. The tiny little squares floating around the plane are my particles. I am using the Q, W, A, and S keystrokes to move accordingly. You can hear the wonderful gameplay music which fits the theme of the game, and I also included a gunshot sound effect when it fires. When the game finishes, it will display the player's final score at the top of the screen. Players will then need to key in set details in order for the system to save their score. A message will pop out telling you it's been saved, which is very cool. Here, we test to see that both the restart game and main menu button works perfectly fine. Let's also demonstrate that the game website is responsive to different screen sizes. As you can see, the game is responding perfectly fine when adjusting the different screen sizes, whether it's from side to side or from bottom to top. Now, let's move on to our source files folder. This is where my assets, images, and sounds are stored. My skybox is saved as a .png, my gun asset saved as a .glb, and finally the music as a .mp3. In the README text file, I have laid out all the referenced resources I've used during the making of my game. They have all been Harvard referenced. There were 2 other key points that I was unable to add into my game, that of which were the difficulty level where when the player shoots a wrong color, the timer would increase and there would be a point reduction as well. The other was making the game run on mobile. Let's read through the instructions before we try to get a high score of our own. Instructions. How to play Shaping Colors. Players score points by shooting the block into their designated areas as a 20-second timer counts down. So those are the keystrokes, Q, W, and S. Okay. Nice, 50. Thanks for watching my presentation. If there's any feedback or questions, do leave them in the comments below. Ciao!